Chefeteers, I'm Chef Nakia and I want you to be more confident in the kitchen and eat a really satisfying, delicious breakfast every day, if that's what you want to do. I know sometimes breakfast can kind of be overlooked as far as, we wake up late or we just don't want to wake up too early to put a full 30 minutes into breakfast food prep. Totally understand. A bowl of cereal, some oatmeal, yogurt parfait, all of those can be really great options. But if you want something a little bit more on the savory side and maybe something that keeps you full a little bit longer, then avocado toast might be a great kind of middle ground for you. So you don't have to put in as much time as you might need to make an omelet, let's say, but it's also going to take a couple in the moment, like morning of steps to pull it together and really make it as delicious as possible. So in today's bonus video, we are talking all about avocado toast, some great topping suggestions, and kind of where are the limits of prepping avocado toast ahead of time versus making it fresh the morning of. All right, to start off, I'm going to link a pin below that I made some time ago that I call an avocado toast builder. So it lists out some of my favorite breads and some avocado options, some protein options, and then just some other garnish and flavor enhancing toppings. So if you want to go find that pin and save it to your board, and or like print it out, wherever is going to be best for you to reference as you are trying to make avocado toast for yourself for breakfast. But it is a very quick shortcut of like, okay, which toppings should I maybe keep on hand for some delicious avocado toast. So we'll start with what are some of my favorite breads. Personally, I like thick, crustier breads like a ciabatta or a sourdough, baguette, but instead of slicing baguettes how you might for like garlic bread, I would take the long loaf and slice maybe a quarter of it off and then slice that right in half and then do avocado toast with those slices. If you do want like avocado toast sliders, maybe you're doing like a brunch party, then a baguette sliced what I would say like the traditional way. So here's the loaf and you're just slicing it like that. Then maybe like avocado toast sliders could be a fun little thing. But if I'm making avocado toast out of baguette for my breakfast, I definitely prefer the little bit longer, larger pieces. You can also use like a multi-grain already sliced sandwich bread from the store. It will tend to be a little bit on the thin side, so you might have to watch how many toppings you put on top of it. But if you have that on hand and you love the flavor of it, you can definitely still use that. Now there are, of course, gluten-free options like gluten-free breads, but you can also use different like crisps, or you could use flatbreads, or really any starch. It doesn't have to just be a bread. Yes, of course, if we say avocado toast, toast does connotate a bread and like a toasted bread, but you could use crackers or naan and other starches like that too. Sometimes people will ask, what avocado ripeness level should my avocado be at? Should it be underripe? Should it be slightly overripe? In my opinion, it should be like right on the nose, like that perfect level of ripeness that yes, only lasts about 4.2 seconds. So hopefully you find it when it's in that ripeness. But you can make a not perfectly ripe avocado still work. And I'm gonna get into a little bit more of that later, but just quickly, if you have some avocados that are maybe slightly overripe, I would recommend kind of blending them into a guacamole style topping instead of just using them as nice slices. The reason why it would be easier to blend it is because as that avocado is softer, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get nice defined slices throughout. And this is really more of a visual presentation note than like a flavor note. So you can definitely just, you know, slop it on there. It's totally fine. But if, if you enjoy having a nice presentation on your food, if you notice that your avocado is a little overripe, maybe consider mixing the avocado with some other toppings and then spreading it on the bread instead of layering slices. And as far as proteins go for your avocado toast, you probably do want to add some protein on there just so that it is a more satisfying breakfast and it gives your body a variety of different, you know, macronutrients to work off throughout the day. But a couple of my favorite proteins are kind of the breakfast staple of eggs, right? And you can do diced up hard-boiled eggs, you could poach an egg, you could do like a fried egg, really, or even like scrambled eggs. I also, yes, like doing like chorizo or bacon or prosciutto. Those are great meat options. If you want a fish option, a smoked salmon can be really delicious. And then if you want more vegan options, you could do some sauteed mushrooms or tofu, or add a layer of hummus as a spread onto your avocado toast. And then as far as additional toppings go, man, they really run the gamut, and it really just depends on what you want out of your avocado toast. If you want to lean into like an inspiration from a global cuisine, you can absolutely do that. If you want to think Mediterranean, then you can add some diced tomato, some cucumber, maybe some dill, and some feta cheese on top. Oh, maybe even some olives too. Also, if you, let's say that you're using hummus as your protein and then you have your nice fresh slices of avocado on top, you might want something a little bit salty because that hummus probably isn't super salty. And so you could use like a pickled onion or capers as kind of like a punch of salt onto that avocado toast. Think about, you know, the general flavor types like salty, sweet, bitter, sour, and umami, and think about what you tend to prefer for breakfast time, and then make sure that you are adding one or two components that are a little bit stronger in that flavor in order to create some interest to your avocado toast. You can always add fresh herbs and all kinds of different cheeses on top to bring in a little extra flavor. And don't underestimate the power of some freshly cracked black pepper and some coarser salt on top. No matter what toppings you use, what protein you use, that just the fresh cracked pepper and coarse sea salt can really take a a good avocado toast to, oh my goodness, I had a great breakfast and I'm so excited for the rest of my day. Okay, so a lot of you want to know, can I make avocado toast ahead of time? I totally understand the desire to want to be able to prep this breakfast ahead of time and just grab it on your way out of the door because it is delicious and nutritious, and you can make several different varieties and variations on this avocado toast. So I totally understand why it would be something you would love to prep once and eat for a few days. However, unfortunately, because of the delicate nature of avocado and the desire for a crispy toast layer with other delicious, fairly juicy, usually toppings on top, those two elements make this something that is pretty difficult to make too far ahead of time and really enjoy to the same level. So can you? Yeah, you can prep it ahead of time, but just understand that it won't be the exact same quality of an avocado toast as it would be made fresh, and keep these following things in mind to try to increase that quality as much as possible while still making the avocado toast ahead of time. Number one is do not freeze your avocado toast. A lot of times I am a big proponent of using the freezer, but as the bread and avocado and everything freezes, and then it goes and it thaws, you're going to lose a lot of moisture out of your toppings. They're gonna kind of run down into your toast and make your toast extra soggy. So I really do not see many good results from freezing your avocado toast. Of course, I mean, you can freeze components like the bread, but an already like built avocado toast, or definitely avoid getting that in the freezer. And do not expect your avocado toast to last longer than 2 days from when you make it. The avocado is going to start oxidizing right away, so even 2 days in, the avocado is going to be not green, not that nice vibrant green color that we love from avocado. It's gonna have that dark layer to it of the oxidized avocado. And the bread is, again, just going to be soaking up more and more of the moisture loss from the avocado and any other toppings on your avocado toast. So do plan to eat that avocado toast as quickly as possible, definitely within 2 days. There's always a food safety concern element that I love to talk about, of course. So if you make an avocado toast, do keep it in the refrigerator until you eat it, because that sliced avocado is a potentially hazardous food. Also, a lot of the toppings that you may be putting on top of your avocado toast will be potentially hazardous foods, like smoked salmon and egg and sliced tomatoes, cheeses, the majority of cheeses. So make sure that that goes in the refrigerator to avoid mold forming on your beautiful toast. For the most part, do not try to reheat your avocado toast. A lot of times when we make an avocado toast, there are some toppings that are great colder, like from the fridge, and others that are great warm. Oftentimes, if you try to reheat it with everything together, some stuff that you did not want to be warm is gonna get warmer than you wanted. Also, that bread, just like even if you reheat it in a toaster, it might get the bottom of the bread a little toasty, but it's not gonna save that top layer that's been soaking up all of that moisture. So I do not recommend that you reheat your avocado toast. So with that, I think just managing expectations. If you make avocado toast and you eat it a day or two later, do not expect that bread to be crispy. You did not do anything wrong. That is just the nature of the food. So, right, don't set expectations up at a place where they have no business being. So the bread will no longer be crispy if you let that avocado sit in the fridge for a day or two. And if this is still something that you want to try to do because you really want to eat avocado toast, you're okay if the bread is like a little soggy, not quite crispy, and if the avocado is a little dark, you're okay with it, because the amount of prepping that you can do and the lack of morning food prep is really what you're focused on. Take that built avocado toast and wrap it as tightly in plastic as you can. That is to reduce the amount of oxygen coming in and out onto the avocado. The avocado is still gonna get a little bit of that dark layer on it, but it won't be as bad as if you had just plopped it in like a food storage container with the lid off. So wrapping it in plastic wrap can help preserve the avocado just a little bit longer. And this brings us back to the question about the ripeness of the avocado. If you do have an avocado that is not quite ripe yet, I would recommend using this avocado for the avocado toast that you're going to eat in 2 days, and the more ripe avocado for the avocado toast that you're going to eat today. Now, that unripe avocado, it is still going to oxidize, so don't think that you're going to avoid that altogether. However, because it is a little bit more on the unripe side, that avocado will not get quite as mushy as something that is already ripe and sitting a couple days. So that is it. That is our avocado toast quick tips, and be sure to head down to the link in the description box to download your own avocado toast builder. Thank you so much, Chefeteers, and we'll talk again soon.